Did you know that I'm only allowed to go live when I am caught up on my readings? It's true. It's true, and so that's why I haven't been live, but I did get caught up today, more or less. I can only go live when I'm caught up. Because going live is for funsies and reading charts is like what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah, but I'm all caught up. Hoping to get everything done by the end of the week because I think we're going out of town next week. I'm waiting for my laundry to get done. Oh my god. My child overloaded the laundry machine. So. Oh, it scared the dog. Come here, dog. It's okay. That was crazy, right? Come here, doggy. It's okay. It scared him. Did that scare you? That was kind of scary, huh? It's okay. Oh. It's okay, baby. Okay. It's okay. You can't. He keeps. He found this Beanie Baby that he wants me to get down for him, then act like it's his toy, and it's not his. It's not even a little bit his. It's a children's toy. It's not for dogs. He thinks it's for him. Thanks for the likes. I appreciate that. Anybody have an astrology question? This is astrology. Hi, how are you? Wow, that was crazy. What? What is it? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? Anybody have an astrology question? Didn't Venus enter Cancer today? I haven't done my forecast this week. It's been really busy. Do you guys know that May is really busy if you have kids and it's the last week of school? Which eighth house placements from my video? I just wish I had 8th house placements. It's okay, puppy. He's so scared. Come here, it's okay. Come here. I have Sun, Venus in Libra, and Mercury and Pluto in the 8th house. Are they all in Libra? If they're all in Libra, yes. Hi, I'm a Libra and he's a Scorpio, but we both have 12th house suns and I have a Scorpio rising. That might work. 8th house Saturn is tough. How's your Saturn return going? How's your Saturn return been? Everything has to be in the same sign for it to be considered a stellium usually. But if you want to call it a stellium, I mean, you can. Virgo sun, Taurus moon, Cap rising. So earthy, so down to earth. So grounded. You want a divorce? Get one. You should do it. 10-10 recommend. He has a Libra, Mars, and Venus. I don't think you should trust I don't think you need to trust a Libra, Mars, and Venus. How fun. That sucks. Is he gonna make it difficult? Is that why? When I got divorced, I I just filled out the paperwork myself. Thank you. Aries Sun into Cancer Moon is a lot of feelings. Kind of volatile. Sun, Venus, and South Node in Libra. Yeah, the South Node isn't a... South Node, like, that definitely increases the Libra energy of those other two things, but usually you don't consider the South Node as part of stellium. But I'm not the stellium police. 8th house in Aries, yeah. Yeah. What is it about? Is it money? What is your return being about so far? You're welcome. I think that sounds kind of balanced, Ash. Kind of depends on where the rulers are at of those, but that sounds fun. Both, Missy. Oh, damn, Khalil, that's crazy. That sucks. Mercury's transiting in your 8th house right now. I mean, it could mean a lot or it could mean not a lot. Kind of depends on the chart. Yeah, that'll do it. Libra just they have a hard time coming right out and saying what they want or knowing what they want. Okay, so then don't divorce him, I guess. Because that's your choice. It's not an easy choice, but it's a simple choice. Do you want the lifestyle or do you want the man? Oh, thank you. Thanks for the likes, Haley. I appreciate that. What grade are you teaching, Haley? The Scorpio Sun and Rising is not going to help him. Thank you. 4th grade, that's going to be so fun. I feel like it's such a fun age. Such a fun age. I'm only allowed to go live when I'm caught up on readings, and I'm caught up, more or less. I have like one I could do, but it's okay. I did 19 that are I'm to number 19 that's in the queue. Oh, thanks. Virgo stellium 5th house. That's confusing to me. Do you work with kids? That's what I would wonder about that. What do you mean monetize my account? Do you mean like get money for views? I don't get money for views. This is a business account. How funny. To date or what? 8th house Cancer stellium is some major family trauma. I had a video go viral I started this account at the end of August last year. And I had some readings trickle in, but I had a video go really viral over Christmas break. And when the video went really viral, I had a lot of interest. And so that's been great. Yeah, it's been fun. Perfect. Join the wait list. Join the wait list. I haven't taken anything for June yet. I don't know how many people are on the wait list though. So I only do I don't do that many readings in a month. I do like 30. Oh, hi Rachel. Scorpio rising, Leo sun, Cancer moon. How interesting. Did the Scorpio rising and the Leo sun fight really bad? Let me know about that. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I don't ever try to be mean. People are like, someone was like, Gemini hate's so boring. I'm like, this is not Gemini hate. Yeah, keep trying. Keep at it. You'll get it. Learn to chunk information together. And then once you have the general themes of each piece of information, then differentiate out. That's what I did. Because, like, the houses aren't the same things as the signs, but there's several themes that are the same, and then there's ways that they're different. And so learn the things that are the same first. I mean, Geminis are crazy, don't get me wrong, but that was not hate. Hate is like, all Geminis are liars. Hate is like, never trust a Gemini, and they all cheat. It's like, that's hate. Or, I hate Geminis. That would be hate. I don't hate Geminis. Cancer, Moon, Mercury, Mars, Leo, Venus. What's your rising? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I bet they fight. That's a very interesting chart. A lot of feelings in that chart. Big feelings, Freddie lover. Why is that bad? Do you date people from other cultures? I want to know about that. Are you chatty? Nonya business? Geminis don't want to be tied down, though. Maybe they want to be adored, but they're going to do the hell they want. They got to do what they want to do. Gemini needs to be able to go anywhere and do anything that they want to do. So if you love them, let them go. I looked at my washing machine and somebody had left like a huge thing of towels in there. And so I just put a bunch of vinegar on it and ran it again, and that's what's going on. I don't know who put that huge load of towels in there. It's all towels. Yeah. It scared the dog earlier. I know, but it would involve me going over there and fixing it, and I don't want to. So what? I'm busy. I'm talking to my friends. I'm avoiding it. So what? Not this getting me to look at my Gemini X's chart. Oh no, Hitty, don't do that. You're gonna find out that there was so much Gemini in that chart that there was no hope and that he was cheating the whole time, huh? No, Hitty. I find that Geminis, sometimes these two categories are the same person or it's two separate things. But I find that Geminis are always interested in information. Sometimes that information is social. Sometimes they're in everybody's business, finding out what's going on in the community, talking to people, going around, and kind of being connected network-wise that way. Other times, the Gemini is they've got like a tech vibe because they're extremely intelligent. A lot of them are good at tech stuff. I don't think they're different per se, but I do think that society kind of shapes them differently. And techie Geminis, I find that male Geminis tend to have a tech job, but girl Geminis are also very techie. You know what I mean? They don't necessarily work in tech, but a lot of male Geminis work in tech. No, I don't do readings on live. Maybe I should. It's almost done, guys. But anyway, so they're either the type of information a Gemini is interested in. Sometimes it's social information. Sometimes it's just like an ADHD or like gather, look up everything online, blah, 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 like interested in learning about all this different kinds of stuff, that kind of energy. And so sometimes they're tech people and instead of the local network, they're like networking the computers. I know a lot of Geminis that do stuff like that, but sometimes that person is the same person. Don't ever sleep on a computer, don't ever sleep on a computer guy being a messy bitch, because those guys can be shisty and like mean girl shit. Ask me how I know. You know, like that the Gemini man that's the head of the IT department, he can be a messy bitch for sure. So just, you know, I need to study more about Lot of Fortune. Seems like how is your career though? They say Lot of Fortune is like a manifestation point, so that you're really able to make shit happen in your career that you're wanting. And often Gemini energy is very gender neutral. Scorpio midheaven a lot of times is an investigative quality. They discover secrets. They're getting to the truth. Other times, I do know people with a Scorpio midheaven that they're like stay-at-home moms. And so like their public image is that they're that they live off of somebody else's money. And it's kind of like a shared resources type of energy. So it kind of just depends. Where's Venus then? If you've got no career, where's Venus? Ooh, that sounds interesting, Rachel. I don't even know what to say about that. 7th house Gemini, Sun and Venus there. That sounds so fun. I think she's going to be a kid that's interested in adventures, experiencing new things, interested in new experiences, new knowledge, going new places, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And hopefully she doesn't get too bogged down in some idiot. She might make her money in intellectual partnerships. Pisces midheaven, what about it? Thanks for the likes, I appreciate that. What do you mean it's not very good? It's debilitated, for sure. It's in its fall. Virgo Venus wants to serve everyone into loving them, and that doesn't work. Well, not everybody deserves your energy, Rachel. That Pluto there is... Do I have any placements that indicate astrology reading in my chart? I don't think so. I don't think so. I've got Aries ruling 9th house, I guess. No. I don't think so. I hope, yeah, maybe that will help her be a little more practical, Miss Kelly. A statistician who focuses on healing acne. Where is Pluto in your chart, Carly? Is it in 6th? I don't know, tell me where Pluto is. And then you don't look at just career. Like for career, you look at 10th house, 2nd house, and 6th house. And the rulers and the planets that are there. Nice. Night night, Rachel. Thanks for stopping by. When is this load of laundry gonna be done? The laundry's haunting me. I think it's doing one last rinse. I need to do my laundry. That's really what it... Pluto in 10th house in Sagittarius. And 6th house in Cancer. See, it's too hard to do like that. You're gonna have a few different careers though, for sure. Where's your moon at, Lee? Having a hard time understanding my 20... Oh, that's gone. I don't read in whole sign, Carly. Sorry. What house is it in, Lee? Yes, I've read the dog's chart, and I paid a psychic to tell me what his rising is, and she said it was a Virgo rising. He's a Taurus sun and an Aries moon and a Virgo rising. I know, but I don't want to go up and fix it, okay? It's almost done. That was the final rinse, I hope. I forgot what we were talking about. Yeah, I think if whoever was talking about their Cancer placement and their moon and stuff, I think it's about making deals. I think it's about brokering partnerships, maybe in creative spaces, or maybe like that's your personal business. Oh, cute. Yeah, I read Snuffles' chart, and his nodes are on my vertex of my chart. So we're soulmates. Hi, Snuffy. He really wanted this Beanie Baby. He has approximately 1 million toys, and then he saw this Beanie Baby up on a shelf that he thinks should be his, and he was sitting next to it and crying, acting like I was going to get him that stuffed animal down as if it's for dogs, and it's not. It's a Beanie Baby. So, deal with it. Please go get one of the dozen, literally dozen, other toys that you have in your kennel. Bye. You don't need that Beanie Baby. Yeah, it's about brokering deals, I think. Kind of background, though. Leo moons aren't really out front type of people, usually. Working in the background on deals. Hi! Pluto in the 10th house. In Scorpio. I've done a lot of videos on aquamoons. I think esthetician, you need to look at 2nd and 6th. Yes, moons are related to mother. Aquarius risings are born to be different. They're always going to shake things up. Yeah, aquamoons, I feel like aquamoons look at their emotions and they're like, these emotions are invalid. And then they try to like set them aside, but they don't. Spoiler alert, it's really hard to just set your emotions aside. It's not possible, actually. But they think they do it. They're like, oh, like this just doesn't make any sense. And then they like set it aside, I think. And then their emotions become everybody else's problem. My mom's an Aquarius moon. But very interested in like the common good. Yeah, spoiler alert. Very interested in the greater good. Very interested in like fairness. I find that people with air heavy charts, they consider themselves like a concept more than a person, and that's definitely where my mom is at. And I'm not sure that Aquarius moons, they can't, if you don't validate your own feelings, if you don't, then it's really hard to validate the feelings of others, I think. But very justice oriented. Definitely they can name the emotion. How much are my readings? I think they're $55 right now. But you got to join the wait list. I'm all booked out for May. I don't know how many are on there. But yeah, I'll contact you off the wait list. People ask me when the wait list is going open. Probably never. Probably if you want a reading, you should get on the wait list, and then I'll contact you when I'm able to give you a spot. Nice, thanks for the follow. Just because I'm not really able to do a huge amount of readings in a month. Like, I only do like 30. This month I only did 24, and it's like more than enough. Because I work full time. How is having an aqua moon mom? I love my mother. I love my mom a lot. But all three of us kids have water moons, so that's how it was. Oh, my Jupiter's conjunct the midheaven too. I think it kind of it can mean big things for your career. Do you have Jupiter in Scorpio as well? Nice. I don't have Jupiter in Scorpio. My Jupiter's in Taurus, but it's on my midheaven. So you have Cancer over 6th house, probably, right? And you have Pisces over 2nd. Is that correct? Isn't that cool, Wildflower? Isn't it weird to see things repeat like that? Yeah, it's really interesting. That's the kind of thing that I'm like, okay, astrology's a thing. Astrology's worth following for sure. Like, I read charts for my cousins. Jupiter conjunct my Venus in Virgo's 2nd house. Well, you're making that money. What do you do for work? Something meticulous. You're going over the details. What do you do for work with that? Careful work. Yeah, that is really different. Isn't that interesting to look at the rulers and how different they can be? Well, you need to make some money. Oh, shit. Let me live my life, okay? This is how I live. My washing machine's unbalanced and I haven't gone and fixed it. It's broke anyway. Shit. This is how I live. Like, do you think someone who reads astrology online and looks like this, do they have a functional home life? They don't, okay? Are the chores done? No, okay? The bills are paid. Like, okay, I have raging ADHD. Listen, Wildflower, the other night, it was a while ago now. Because all of the smoke detectors went up at the same time probably right before the house was sold, right? So all the batteries started to go at the same time. Then one of them started beeping in the fucking... No, they're not connected. They just all got batteries at the same time because they all went in at the same time, right? Okay, then at night, I hear one of them. Okay, what the hell one is it? It's midnight, okay? And then I go around and find it. I find it, okay? It's in my hand, it's beeping. Take the batteries out, like one does. Then another fucking one starts beeping. Another one. And I was like, my house is haunted. Like, this is the evil eye or something. Okay, and then I can't figure out which one that is. And so now, moral of the story is, hopefully there's no fire in my house because all the fire detectors are down and all of them have the batteries out. Because I couldn't figure out which one it was. Bye. And they're all sitting in my room and I need to put them back and I haven't. So, yeah. And that's what we're doing. They're in a pile on my dresser. I did. You bet your ass I did. I absolutely did. I did. But also, all of them went in at the same time. No, I have batteries. I bought the batteries. I just haven't put all the batteries back in. And then the same thing's going to happen again. So, I don't know. That was a nightmare. And then I was like, oh my God, it's a ghost. And then I was like, wait, I know that they put all of the smoke detectors up right before they sold the house because it was like a code thing that they had to do. So they put them all up like right before and it had been 2 years. And so the batteries were just running out. So probably not a ghost, you know, but kind of a ghost. I did not like that shit. Oh my God, you're right. Oh shit, you're right. I need to put the batteries back in. I'll do it. I'm gonna do it this week, probably. I'll probably do it. Yeah. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. I kind of do. I don't really want to know about ghosts. I guess that's what it is. Is like I don't really want to know if ghosts are real. I really don't. I don't know if I believe in ghosts. Sure, Jen. The live goes fast though. Like I can't promise that I'll like. If it gets lost, you'll have to just send it again. Yeah, I don't want to find out. I absolutely staged the house, so. I was like, bye. This is only supposed to be one rinse. Why in the hell? Do Leos attract Leos? They can. I think that Leos have a hard time with other Leos. Sometimes I've heard people say like, oh, other Leos hate me because I'm the best. And it's like, no. Every Leo, I think, every Leo placement has a little bit of a hard time sharing the spotlight, I think is what it is. And so... Are they all in the same sign, Carly? And is it the same as your rising? What you do is like, kind of depends on all Capricorn. And yes, is Saturn there? No, Saturn can't be there. First of all, everything in that whole chart goes back to that Saturn. So that's crazy. Everything in that chart goes through Saturn. God, how was it when Pluto was in Capricorn, Carly? That was crazy. Oh no. That was so horrible. When Pluto was in Capricorn from like, what? 2009? No, we're just talking. Yeah, literally, can't even hear nothing. Oh yeah, this chart with my Venus and Mars the 11th. Does that mean I don't know about all that. I don't like readings like that. I do think you have a big heart for your friends and a lot of motivation around your friends. Yeah, because Pluto was in Capricorn from like 2009 or something until just recently, 2024. And so that was a wild time for you. Saturn in Aquarius, second house. Oh my god, that's like such a horrible Saturn return. Did you lose all your money or what happened? That's crazy. It was about being yourself. I don't know. But anyway, everything goes through that Saturn, and then you kind of look at and see what's kind of the, I don't know. So like if the moon's in Capricorn, that's debilitated. So you like that's not as strong. You kind of look at what's dominant in that stellium. Twelfth house Virgo Mars. Virgo Mars, or 12th house Mars is hard because it's hard for you to understand your own motivations. Isn't that cool? I could see the planets close. There must have been Jupiter that I saw. You're welcome. What was I saying? Don't remember. I don't have any opinions on Vedic. I've never studied it. Unaspected Cat Mars in the first. Damn. Is your ascendant in Capricorn or is it in Sagittarius? That's a workhorse. Where's Saturn in that chart, Wildflower? Capricorn Mars is exalted, and having it in first house is Saturn's in 12. Is it in Capricorn too? Or is it in the other thing? It's in Sag. Damn. That's a lot. What's the deal with religion? What's the deal with the Sagittarius stuff? Is it, yeah, literally. Yikes, Kelly. Yeah, an unaspected planet is like a wild card in the chart. Either that energy, it comes across so strong and is like a big thing. And in first house, that's kind of my suspicion, especially with such a strong placement, an exalted Mars in first. Or sometimes it's banished from the personality, but where your rising is in Capricorn, and then it's a first house Capricorn Mars, I feel like that's a major part of who you are. Are you from a different, is there like a multiculturalism in your family? Why are you so dogmatic? 11th house. How'd you make your friends? Oh, hi, Josh. It would be hard to say, I guess, without seeing the chart, but, hola. Me siento bien. Yeah, it would be hard to say. That Capricorn Mars is really strong, though. I feel like it probably comes out. It might come out in unexpected ways, especially when it's like activated in transit. We're just talking, girl. It's just whoever gets, I don't know. We're just talking. If it's too much information, it's hard for me to process when the live's going so quick, so probably not that. I don't do progress charts, sorry. I need to learn more about progress charts. We're just talking. Oh, yay. Yeah, I'm just talking, and then, but yeah, if it goes too quick and it's like a million things, I can't. No, I don't do that type of astrology. I watch other mundane astrologers talk about the predictions of the U.S., and I'm like, damn, and then I gotta change the channel. I'm like, that's how I feel. Yeah. But I'll, literally. That's nice. Is your, what sign is Mars in? What orbs do I use? Orbs, I generally use a 5-degree orb. I bet it's really scary. What orbs do I use? I generally use a 5-degree orb. For luminaries, a lot of times you go out a little further. You'll go out to like 7 degrees. And then for the sun, like anything within 15 degrees is going to be affected by that sun. And then I'll use a wider orb if it's like, if both things don't quite make a conjunction or something, but they both make an aspect with something else in the chart, I'll tend to count them conjunct. So for luminaries, maybe 7 degrees, and for the sun, anything within 7 degrees of the sun is, they call it combust, because it's too close to the sun, and the sun debilitates that planet. But I think that's only for planets out to like Mars. I don't really, or it might be Jupiter, Saturn. Visible planets, possibly. I don't necessarily think I agree for outer planets, but anyway, but anything that is too close to the sun, like 14 degrees or less, you can't see it in the sky. It's under the sun's rays. And so you kind of, it's already a little bit debilitated if it's that close. What about a combust moon? That is like a moon that's within 7 degrees of the sun. Technically it's combust. That's not usually a word you hear where they talk about the moon. I like to use the why am I being so crazy? Yes, I read my psychics chart. Yes, there's a video about that. It might be on a playlist. You'll have to look. What was I talking about? Oh, combust moon. When I'm talking about someone's moon, I like to talk about the phase that it's in. So for me, I'm not going to say combust moon. I'll say it's a balsamic dark moon or a new moon, because those are also technically combust placements. But a balsamic dark moon, where the moon is close to the sun, but it's not moved in front of the sun yet. Yes, balsamic vinegar. Yes, exactly. The dark moon, and then when it crosses over to be in front of the sun, that's when it becomes the new moon. And those are two very different energies. One's about endings and one's about beginnings. Really curious about how to think of the nodes. Everybody thinks of the nodes a little bit differently. I've done a few videos on the nodes. Yes, a new moon. I have several videos about the nodes in the Astrology 101 playlist. But it's to me, I look at it like a flow of energy through the chart. Where the north node's kind of where we're trying to draw energy in, and the south node is the energy that we're trying to move through. So anything that's conjunct the south node, that has to be dealt with before we're going to be able to take anything in at the north node. And then anything that's squaring the nodes is kind of like something that's in process, or like it was skipped. Nice. Where's your moon at, Lavender? If your sun is conjunct the north node, where's the moon? No, but like in comparison to the nodes, is it close to the node? Is your moon close to a node too, or no? If the sun and the moon are next to a node, then that's an eclipse. Have you been on any podcasts recently? Oh no, I've never been on a podcast for this. No, ma'am. Yeah, they're saying that because Jupiter will be crossing the ascendant. have maybe some videos on, I have at least one video on Jupiter in the planets playlist. Jupiter is a bitch. Jupiter just expands everything that it touches. So yeah, if something good's going on and Jupiter's involved, it's going to be really good. If something bad is going down, I swear to God, every time I've looked up the chart of the bad thing that's gone on in my life or in anybody's life, or a death chart, okay, guess whose ass is involved? Guess whose ass is making an exact aspect? It's Jupiter, bitch. Always. So I don't, benefic? Always. I don't know why they say Jupiter is lucky. I see Jupiter's, his ass is always there in death charts. Is that a clue for what? Like, it's not always bad. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying it's 100% bad. I am saying when something bad happens and it's really bad, Jupiter has been in that bitch and is expanding that energy. Yeah, maybe Jupiter calls you home, because it's always in a death chart. Always. It's always in a death chart. But I like my Jupiter return and stuff. Like, Jupiter's maybe my favorite planet. It just expands, yeah. Third house is for siblings. Third house is for siblings, and also Mercury. What's the meaning of transiting North and South Node? That's your nodal reversal. So you're in a part of your soul's journey where you're looking at your progress in that nodal energy so far. It's kind of a time where you're supposed to be kind of balancing out the two sides. No, I always consider Jupiter the husband. Mars, Jupiter. Sometimes people get mad when you say stuff like that. I don't know about for sure. I will say my ex-husband's Jupiter was in my 7th house. That's what I'll say about that. So I'll look at it. What about Pluto for what? Venus. Venus is your wife. Allegedly. But I didn't have any placements in his 7th house, I don't think. I think all my shit was in his 8th. Jupiter is the husband. Okay, see 8th house thing? Okay, Also Juno. Juno's a thing too. But I've talked about Juno before too. Juno's long-suffering. Juno's commitment. It's not necessarily like happy wife, happy life. It's you're here for the duration, Are you destined to be with a Virgo man? God, I hope not. No, it would be like his Jupiter in your 7th house. What's in your 7th house? I'm just kidding. Ooh, damn, 8th house. I only know one Virgo guy and he's gay. I know so few Virgos. So few Virgo men, and I don't know why. But one of my oldest friends is a Virgo. Aquarius with Saturn. So yeah, you might be looking for someone with Jupiter and Aquarius. North Node in Sag, 8th house. No, but you need to sit with yourself, Carly. You don't necessarily need to be alone forever, but you have some shadow work to do for sure. Okay, I don't know what you're asking about your husband. I'm not that type of astrologer. I'm divorced. Like, it's like, oh, where's my husband? I don't know, marry yourself. I don't even know if I'm straight anymore, guys. Uranus is going over my 10th house. Actually, I've always known I wasn't straight. I don't even know if I like men anymore. We're trying to figure it out. No, you're good. I'm just not that kind of astrologer. I just don't know. I can talk about compatibility and stuff and chemistry and but I don't know. I'd be like, okay, here's what you gotta look for a husband so you can run away. Yeah, it's been an interesting transit for sure. Because, yeah, my 10th house is in Taurus. And then as it's going into Gemini, it's squaring my nodes. Hi! Yeah, and I don't do a ton of predictive astrology. I'm interested in transits and stuff for individual people, but I'll do like solar returns and stuff, but I'm not a super big predictive astrology person. I can give you dates. I can give you dates of things. What are those things? I don't know. Important things are happening on these dates around these general themes. That's a kind of predictive astrology that I can do, but I do think progress charts are definitely a thing. I think it's another method to look at the same stuff. But no, I don't know how to read a progress chart. I do not. I have zero. I have zero Sagittarius placements, but all of my friends growing up were Sagittariuses. And sometimes people will guess that I have Sag over the 5th house. This many. Oh yeah? Virgo's a 12th house, North Node and Pluto, and a lot of fortune. North Node in 12th is, you're really trying to learn some boundaries, Lori. You're trying to learn boundaries. North Node in Virgo in 12th is you really needing to understand the space between you and other people. Getting in touch with your spiritual side, spending time alone. How fun. Yeah, Sag Moon 5th house is fun. I don't understand Lot of Fortune very well, but I've heard people describe it as a manifestation point. Oh yeah, Michaela, you're learning about karma and exchange. You're paying back your debts, baby. Oh. I probably need to go, you guys. I need to change that laundry. Because I went to do my laundry and there was a big thing of clothes in there. Oh, so valid. That's tough, man. Okay, I gotta go. Hasta la pasta.